Police start the weekend off investigating the country's latest homicide. And coming up in sports, softball championships underway in Murphytown, Abaco. The Bahamas Tonight starts now.
Now in HD. ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight. This segment of the news is brought to you by BTC, powered by Lime.
Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. Good Saturday evening, Bahamas. I'm Charisma Robinson. It's always great to have you join us. Topping the news tonight, investigations continue into the country's latest homicide. Detectives confirm that a 22-year-old man was shot and killed in the area of Sunset Park just after 9 last night. Head of the Central Detective Unit, Superintendent Paul Rowe, reveals what police found at the scene.
Officers responded to the scene where they met a male suffering from apparent gunshot injuries about the body. Our preliminary investigation reveals that this male was standing in the front of a residence here on the Palmetto Avenue area in Sunset Park when I believe 3 males in a champagne color Honda Accord, perhaps a 99 or 2000 model, drove through the corner, and upon seeing this male, 2 males exited this vehicle and began discharging shots in the direction of the male. The victim ran to the inside, being pursued by 2 of these men who discharged several more shots, fatally wounding him. EMS arrived on the scene where they had examined him and pronounced him dead.
Now, the victim has not yet been identified by police. However, authorities appeal to members of the public with any information on this latest homicide to contact them. Superintendent Rowe confirmed, though, that there is a person of interest police want to speak to.
I can say that we have information that a male by the name of Philario Williams, we would like to see him. We believe that he may have some information that will help the police advance this investigation. According to our last source, he resides in the Sunset Park area, and so I appealed to his family. He's going to come home at some point tonight. We've checked his house already. He's not there, and I'm asking him to make sure that he come in and see us, and so that we can speak to him in regards to this latest homicide.
Abaco police investigating that island's latest traffic fatality today. Officer in charge of the Abaco District, Superintendent Noel Curry, confirmed to our news team that a 61-year-old male motorcyclist collided with the driver of a white Chevy vehicle shortly before 7 o'clock this morning, approximately 1 mile north of the Treasure Key Airport. Abaco police report that the motorcyclist, identified only as a resident of Treasure Key, died at the scene. The vehicle driver, a male resident of Cooperstown, complained of chest pains at the scene and was taken to the Cooperstown clinic. Police say he was treated and later discharged. Abaco police officers are in the initial stages of investigation. However, authorities are determining if speed was a factor in this fatality. Grand Bahama police arrested a 25-year-old pilot of Nassau around 7 o'clock this morning for possession of dangerous drugs at the domestic section of the Freeport International Airport. Grand Bahama authorities report that officers observed the suspicious actions of the pilot after landing at the airport and searching a box he allegedly carried. Police say the box reportedly contained 3 taped packages of suspected cocaine with a street value of $75,000. Drug Enforcement Unit officers are continuing their investigations into this matter. It's been a few weeks now since 103 Defense Force Marines joined forces with the Royal Bahamas Police Force to fight crime. Royal Bahamas Defense Force Commodore Roderick Bowe told reporters about the transition.
Training is sedentary duties, not so difficult. I think it would be more of a challenge for us to be actually on the streets, because the weaponry that we are familiar with, that we use, of a high caliber sometimes, and to go in certain areas, if you were to engage in a a shootout with some persons, you may end up using the wrong caliber that could go through one or two homes, and innocent people could be affected. So we're allowing the police to do the jobs that the police have been trained to do, and we can do the sentry duties, and so it's a good fit.
The Defense Force Commodore also talked about the next step for the force.
We are finalizing our talks right now with the Sandy Bottom project. Everything is finalized with the technical details for the boats, the dredging, and the legal aspect of the of the program is next week. It's going to be critical for us when we meet with all players involved, both from Holland, from the UK, and here in the Bahamas. And so I think everything will be wrapped up then, and then we'll put a report before Cabinet. And then hopefully we'll have sufficient information and to allow the government to agree to completely ensuring that the package is available to us.
Today marks the 3-year anniversary of a plane crash off Lake Killarney that killed 9 men on board. It was described as one of the largest disasters in recent aviation history. LeVard Curry, Corey Farquharson, Nelson Hanna, Chet Johnson, Junior Lubin, Sasha Mildor, Devin Storr, Delton Roderick Taylor, and Clarence Nat Williams were traveling in a Cessna aircraft on October 5, 2010, headed for San Salvador, when the plane took a nosedive and crashed into Lake Killarney. They were a part of a technical setup crew for an entertainment company headed to San Salvador for the homecoming weekend. A report was compiled by the Civil Aviation Department on the crash. Foreign Affairs Minister Fred Mitchell says a commission to look specifically at the issue of citizenship will help ease what is a possible social problem in this country. On Wednesday, Prime Minister Perry Christie announced that he would be appointing a new and separate commission to bring focused attention to the question of how children born to the Bahamas to non-Bahamian parents should be dealt with in relation to matters of citizenship and permanent residence.
The difficulty is a political one in the sense that there is a very strong tide against a tide in favor of the protection of our existing identity. And people believe that our identity is going to be swamped if there are large numbers of people granted citizenship. I think that the Commission highlighted that problem by saying that this is a vexing issue and it requires further study. And so to the extent that that can help to alleviate what is a possible social problem, either now or down the road, I think it's going to be a valuable thing.
When the weekend edition continues, the Bahamas Mortgage Corporation celebrating a special anniversary. That story and more coming up.